right. Going. Good to have you here. All right. Well, I'm going to just go ahead and get started. If you have any questions, I unfortunately can't see the chat with the screen up. So I will try to stop and pause it in between as we move through this, and I will definitely check for questions at the end for sure. So my name is Amy Bigelow, and I am here with you to talk about green cleaning with essential oils. So what is green cleaning? Green cleaning is kind of a terminology along the lines of doing things more natural, doing things with no toxins. So we're trying to keep things a little bit more on the natural side when we look at green cleaning. And what a lot of people don't realize, they usually use essential oils. Hello, Miss Anna. They usually use essential oils to just help, with any ailments that they're dealing with physically. But the great part is that a lot of essential oils already have natural compounds that work really well for cleaning. So let's actually step forward and actually just, for those of you that may not be familiar, let's talk about what are essential oils. So we're going to go over this really quick because I know some of you may already be very familiar with this, but essential oils are aromatic compounds that are naturally extracted from plants. So they're naturally occurring in plants, and they have very powerful and safe benefits without the side effects. That's one of my favorite things, is usually any quote unquote side effects that come from essential oils are usually positive side effects. One of the other pieces that a lot of people don't realize is that essential oils are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So whenever you're utilizing them, whether it be for cooking, for medicinal purposes, or even in cleaning, it's going to take a lot less of that than it would if you were using natural dried herbs or natural plants. There's actually a really wide range of uses that essential oils are found in, anywhere from cosmetics to food and obviously natural health solutions. But often the inspiration for a lot of the synthetically produced pharmaceuticals or even cleaners is from essential oils because of their natural compound makeup. So they are 100% natural way to take care of your health. These have been used by ancient cultures all the way back, and they have very similar properties to synthetic drugs, like I said earlier, with no side effects. So because they're so potent, a little goes a long way. One of the beautiful pieces with doTERRA essential oils is that they are tested to make sure that there's nothing synthetically added to them. So you're really ensured that they are truly green in nature in that way. So one of the let's just talk about all the benefits, not one of them, of cleaning with essential oils is that, like I said earlier, they're toxin-free. If you haven't tried it yet, you will find that they are very effective. One of the other pieces that I really like is they're safe to use around children and pets. And it was actually one of my things that I wish I would have known about when I was pregnant, because a lot of the cleaners when I was pregnant, trying to clean the shower or anything, I was ingesting all of those fumes in the bathroom cleaners. And so even for pregnant people, these are going to be very safe to use. The positive side effects, like I say, any side effects you're going to have just from you being able to utilize these essential oils in your cleaning products, you're going to probably find that you're feeling a little bit happier. It'll help with moods. It'll also help clear up maybe any skin irritations that you may have, maybe help open up your airways, just to helping focus. Like, it's going to have positive side effects. And they're actually really more inexpensive than a lot of the other cleaners you'll find. As I said earlier, a lot of essential oils have natural makeups of antiviral, antibacterial, and antiseptic properties. So putting them into your cleaning products makes absolute sense in this way. So let's just talk about a handful of essential oils that we're going to be utilizing, looking at some of the recipes tonight for what cleaning essential oils do you need. Bergamot is a great one. If you're not familiar with bergamot, it's a great citrus oil. A lot of people are very familiar with lemon or lime, like you and wild orange you see on this list, but bergamot is a great one to add to it to kind of shake things up a little bit in the citrus area as well. Cedarwood, great one. We're going to look at that one in a couple of the recipes. This is a great insect repellent in a lot of ways. And again, it is very soothing. And if you think of how other places, I remember one of my grandparents' house when I was growing up, they had a huge cedar closet at the top of the stairs to store all of their, winter clothes and things in. And so cedar in and of itself is a really great moth repellent. So you just look at other ways that you would utilize that aspect of cedar balls or things like that, and it kind of comes in handy when you're utilizing it that way. Clove oil is a great one as well. Again, very natural oil that is going to kind of give you that spicy scent to the things, as well as it is deals with, when we're looking at the medicinal purposes, the free radicals aspect. Grapefruit, another citrus. Citruses typically are really good for grease and grime, but again, they have a really great scent that's going to help lift us up and kind of pick up our moods. And that's a bonus anytime we're trying to clean, because who really wants to clean? Eucalyptus, lavender, peppermint, lemongrass, rosemary, tea tree oil, or some of them people know as melaleuca. And then I listed the question marks because you literally can go so many different ways. Like I said earlier, a lot of these oils have natural antiseptic, antiviral, antifungal, and antibacterial attributes already in them. So incorporating them into your cleaners makes absolute sense in this way. I do want to go back for 1 second. One of the other ones I want to mention really quick is doTERRA has a really great blend called Purify, and it is more of the cleaning blend. It has a very fresh scent. Some of these oils that are listed on here are already included in that blend. If you already like it being done and you don't have to think about it, Purify would be a great one to add in to any of these recipes in lieu of. The one thing I want you to take away from this is don't overthink it. I'm going to provide you with some recipes that were already pre-made, but please, if you're like a smell of something else, or you're drawn to use a different oil that you found equally effective, there's no right or wrong in this. It's literally just to play with. Unlike like other cleaners you may buy, a lot of times you can't mix them, right? You'll have horrible reactions. You're not going to have that issue with the essential oils. So you can kind of play and get to a scent that you like when you play around with your oils and look at some of these recipes we're going to cover. I also, as we continue forward, I will say I'm going to go through these recipes a little bit quickly. Please know that you can definitely take pictures of the screens, and I will be posting them on EO Squared individually as I get the slides uploaded for you to be able to have it for future reference then too. So if you miss anything, please know that we will be able to go back to it. Okay. Oh, I'm going back again. I don't want to go back again. Okay, let's talk about some other cleaning tools that you need as you're embarking on the DIY aspect of creating your own cleanings. We know we have oils. Here's some other not recipes, but other tools you need. So spray bottles. Now, I get questions a lot on spray bottles because a lot of people are familiar with the fact that citrus oils can kind of break down certain plastics. And so a lot of people ask, do they have to use glass? Now, I have different size glass bottles here, and this one's just a little pump spray. This is about 4 ounces. This one is a little bit bigger, and you can see I have a trigger spray on it. This is glass as well, but I even do have just the plastic, right? You go to the dollar store and buy these, and I use these too. And so find what works for you, of what you're comfortable with. In like for my smaller cleaning projects, I'll just use the small ones. Another thing I like to use with some of the powder recipes that we do, I like to just use mason jars and things like that. So you can kind of find whatever container works best for you. And then these other items are like huge staples. I love that you can go and buy these in bulk and like always have everything you need to make every cleaner. So white vinegar, what is it like? Most of the for a huge jug, it's like $6, and you will use that up like crazy. I love it. It is natural. It's not. Some people think vinegar is chemically because it has a smell, but it's not. It in and of itself, by itself, is a great cleaner, and by adding the essential oils, you just beef it up that much more. Castile soap's going to give you a little bit more of that sudsy. Olive oil. A lot of people wouldn't think you could clean with olive oil, but we're going to get into how that comes apart, or it comes along later on. Rubbing alcohol, borax. Again, this is a more natural cleaner. It is a little bit more abrasive in that way. It is a powder form. If you've never heard of borax, typically you can find it in the laundry detergent aisle. Baking soda. I love to go to Costco and just buy a huge bag of the baking soda. That is another one that is great to have with your cleaners. Salt. If you're noticing the powders here between borax, baking soda, salt, we're going to look at washing soda, all of these powders. This is going to help give us a little bit more of that abrasive scrubbing opportunity. Fractionated coconut oil, just like we use for our skin, this is a great one to actually help to utilize in the cleaning products. And the last thing is water. Water. I love that because we're not talking about anything toxic in this list. And when you add the essential oils to it, you know that you're getting great green cleaning in this. All right, so let's talk about the first one. The first one that we're going to look at is an all-purpose cleaning spray. And you can see on here, this just has clove, grapefruit, eucalyptus, rosemary, and cinnamon. I did miss cinnamon on my other list, so my apologies. And we just add 1 1/3 cups of water with a half a cup of vinegar into a 16-ounce spray bottle. Now, all of the recipes are based on a 16-ounce spray bottle. If you do have a smaller one, you're just going to cut these down into fourths. So all of the ratios just cut down into fourths. You're just going to want to make sure that every time when you go to use them, that you're going to shake it before you spray it to make sure you integrate all of the oils or anything in it, and then spray it. And on the all-purpose cleaner, you're going to wipe it clean. One of the things that I absolutely love about Doterra is they do take a lot of the thinking out of it in this way. So if you're wanting to not have to fumble with all of these essential oils, like I said, you could simply just take the water and the vinegar and add some lemon. You could take it and add the rosemary if you only have 1 or 2 of these. You just want to be able to get a little bit more oils in there to make sure that you're getting all of the antibacterial, antiviral, and antiseptic, antifungal, all of that. So that's where it kind of goes a little bit deeper with some of these, but it's not set in stone. You're not going to do anything wrong if you play around with it and have fun. And they do have an oil blend called On Guard. That is another great one to utilize, and just kind of that incorporates the clove and the cinnamon and some of the other oils listed. That would be a really easy one to add into this. And they even take On Guard one step further and have it as a cleaner concentrate spray, which if you're coming to our Fab Oilist workshop on the 24th of March, we're going to talk a little bit more about that great product and how the different ways you can utilize that product throughout your whole house. All right, let's look at a natural Lysol spray. Now, I know this probably is not like approved. Lysol isn't a typical, name that I probably don't have permission to use. So shh. But if you're looking at wanting to have something to spray down your handles, to maybe spray down your toilets, or even just freshen the air, this is really simple. It's 15 drops of lemon or lavender. Like, Lysol comes in different scents. That's the great thing. You can change it up. And it does have rosemary and tea tree oil. So again, we're getting the antibacterial, we're getting the antiviral, all of these oils that have these natural cleaning properties in them incorporated in it. And it's literally just with water. And you're just going to put it into a spray bottle, all the oils in there, and then fill the remaining amount with water. And then make sure you shake it before each use. The great part, like, so even this is our bathroom freshener. This, instead of all of those aerosols that kind of leave you struggling to breathe afterwards, this is our, after you use the restroom, this is our bathroom spray to kind of keep things fresh, kill the germs in the air, and lighten it up a little bit. Okay. Let's go on to the next one. You can also use the Lysol, obviously, on surfaces and not just the air. So this is a countertop cleaning spray. So if in lieu of the all-purpose spray, you want to have something that is a little bit more specific for countertops, this is going to be a great one with eucalyptus, lavender, lemon, rosemary, and we are mixing in this one the water and the Castile soap. So this is going to have a little bit different than the all-purpose spray, which had the vinegar in it. So if you kind of are disliking the vinegary scent and you don't want that on your counters, you can definitely utilize this recipe instead. Okay, let's talk about mold and mildew. Oh, this is a big one. I know. They like haunt you. They haunt you. So when we're talking about mold and mildew, we definitely want to talk antifungal. So we've pulled out some big antifungals with this one because that's basically what mold and mildew is the fungus just keeps growing. So we're going to include tea tree oil, aka melaleuca, and lavender, eucalyptus, and wild orange. This is going to be a really great scent, especially if you're utilizing it in the shower. That eucalyptus, when you go to use it, is just going to open the airways even more. So great. We are going to pair it with the white vinegar, water, and 4 tablespoons of borax. So you're going to put all of the ingredients into the spray bottle and just, again, shake well before use. They suggest that you spray it on the surface and let it stand for 15 minutes. And then you're going to rinse it off. Okay. So one of the other things is there's for mold and mildew, I liken it a lot to like if we have yeast in the body, it is going to always kind of be coming back. So we want to make sure that we're consistent in how often we're cleaning it and stay on top of it. So they suggest that we spray this down on here and repeat it once a week to kind of keep on top of it and eventually eradicate it. Okay. All right. Toilet bowl cleaning spray. Now I will talk about this one. Yes, it's the stinky thing. I will talk about another option after I finish going through this that I love equally. So you have a couple different ways to do it, but with this one, it's in a spray bottle, and you're going to utilize lavender and tea tree oil, which again, in the lemongrass, which lemongrass scent is so fresh. I love that one. And I love that with this spray, you can clean the inside and the outside of the bowl. This is going to be all around it. We do incorporate the vinegar, which I like because it helps with the hard water stains that can sometimes come on there too. And 4 teaspoons of borax, not tablespoons. This one is teaspoons. And again, just put them all in the bottle, shake it. And then they say spray it inside and outside the toilet and let it stand for 15 minutes. So we want to let those things kind of do their work. And then we get in there and scrub it, flush it, and wipe it all clean. Okay. So I like to spray my toilet down and then go and clean my sink and my tub and then come back to it, you know. Now, one thing I like to, and if you're somebody who utilizes those old ones where you drop it in and it kind of fizzes up, right? The old cleaner pellets that have the fizzy. One thing you can utilize is baking soda and the vinegar. And so what I do is I make up my my vinegar spray. So we know when we mix those 2, baking soda and vinegar, they kind of get fizzy. So I mix up my spray or my mixture with the vinegar and the oils, and then I'll just put in a tablespoon or 2 of the baking soda, depending on how much fizziness you want, into the toilet bowl. And then I'll dump a little bit of that in there to kind of give it that extra little fizz. So I feel like it's the scrubbing bubbles working. So that's another option too. All right, now this is a tub and shower cleaning spray. This is gonna still help with the mold and mildew, but it's not as directed towards it. So we are using lavender, lemon, and peppermint, which again, great cleaners in that way. Also, not gonna impede the airways as you're spraying this down to clean it. One of the things a lot of times, if you have one of those glass doors and you're in there spraying and clean, you don't get a lot of air circulation all the time in the bathroom. You can almost pass out from the sense of those things. But we're going to add some water, white vinegar, 2 teaspoons of Castile soap, and a half a teaspoon of salt. And this is going to allow for you to kind of spray and scrub it down a little bit and then rinse and wipe dry. Okie dokie. Okay, glass and window cleaning spray. If you like, some things I have found in the cleaning world that you maybe really have favorites. If you love Windex, I really encourage you to try this. If you've ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where he sprays Windex on everything, this works just as good. So we're going to use lime and lemon oil and white vinegar and water, even parts of white vinegar and water. And again, we're going to just spray it on a glass surface and wipe clean. And you will find with that white vinegar in there that you're going to like really see it kind of evaporate. If you forget the white vinegar and you're just using the oils and water, you're going to get streaky, streaky, streaky. If you still feel like you're getting more streaks than you like, you can try adding a half a teaspoon of rubbing alcohol. But I find that even just with this ratio of this recipe, I don't need the alcohol on my streaks. I'm not streaking too bad. All right. Pet and carpet spray. Oh, okay. With this one, we're going to, apparently I got a spelling error in the bottom of the slide. I missed that one. We're going to start with rosemary, peppermint, and lavender oils. This is again going to help with the scent. This would be another one too that in lieu of you could do Purify. I feel like Purify is a really great one for that urine smell that sometimes can come with pet stains, right? So that would be another one you could use in lieu of any of these. 1 cup of white vinegar, a cup of warm water, and a teaspoon of washing soda. This is different than baking soda. This is washing soda. You do find it typically in your laundry detergent aisle. It comes kind of like in a tall, skinny box. Usually it is by Arm & Hammer, but is different than baking soda. So it's washing soda. In a 16-ounce spray bottle, you combine all of these, shake well. You're going to spray the stained area, wait 3 or 5 minutes, and we're going to blot with the clean cloth. We just want to pat it dry. Obviously, if the pet stain is due to a bowel movement, clean off the bowel movement first, and then go to spraying. I know, Anna, you would think I wouldn't have to say that, but I got to say that, See, clean that off first and then spray it down and then blot. Rinse the cloth off as you need it and then just keep repeating. So immediately cleaning the stains is obviously going to be the best way to do it. And the more absorbent of a towel that you have to kind of soak these up is going to be the best too. I can also personally attest to utilizing the On Guard All-Purpose Cleaner on carpet stains. For me, it worked brilliantly, and I actually had one of those carpet floor things that had the brush on it, the bottle, and once that was empty, I still just kind of utilized the same bottle because it had the scrub brush on it already to kind of get in there, and I just used the On Guard cleaner. So got lots of options. Okay, bug and mattress spray. This is where our cedar wood comes in. So bed bugs. I have seen so many people have concerns with bed bugs, particularly at certain times of the year or even traveling. This is a great one to actually put in a little bit of a smaller bottle if you're going to be traveling to hotels and places you're not sure of, because you can spray down and help prevent dealing with bed bugs or having bed bugs come home with you. So you're going to do 8 drops of bergamot oil, 12 drops of lavender. Lavender is a great deterrent of insects as well, but pairing it with the cedar wood just really amplifies it. And 2 cups of water in a spray bottle. You're going to spray that mattress down or any other areas, maybe like in the whole room. If you feel like they're on the carpet, pillows, you can spray anything and just use them as often as you need. Okay. Again, this is a really great one to pack. And even if You can't make up the spray in advance. You could just take these oils with you and create the spray bottle, because you're just adding water. So you could just take a spray bottle with you and then bring these oils and then make it when you get there. That's another simple thing, depending on the flights and traveling with liquids, fun stuff. Okay, fruit and veggie cleaning spray. This is a great thing to have during our time with springtime. We're getting into summer and gardening. This is really helpful way that I think a lot of people don't realize that they can kind of clean their fruit and veggies, either from the store or from your garden. So 8 drops of grapefruit oil, 8 drops of lemon oil, 2 cups of water, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda. And you're just gonna like have your bowl of fruit, whatever you bought, just kind of put them all in there, spray them all down, and then rinse and let them air dry. We're just gonna spray them down and let all of the wax, the pesticides, all of that kind of stuff that the dirt that can get on it, sneezing, germs, whatever it is that you're worried about on your fruit and things. We're gonna clean them off with this spray. Super easy, non-toxic. Love, love, love this. Okay, for those of you that have stainless steel appliances or stoves, this is a great help. I personally don't, but I hope that this helps you. And I was a little surprised that we're using fractionated coconut oil in this one, but remember, we're trying to get it to a polish. So we're going to incorporate lavender oil and lemon oil and 2 cups of fractionated coconut oil. Now, because we're kind of cleaning with it, you could look at going with one that's a little bit in a bigger bulk size. Again, we don't want the coconut oil that is solid. We want it to be liquid to be able to really polish, and use a soft cloth when you're polishing. So spray it, rub it down, and get it back shining like new. Okay, wood furniture cleaning spray. This is literally, I swear to you, anything that you come up with, we could come back and say, like, there are other ways to make cleaning items. If you have a favorite type of cleaner, we can come up with a way to incorporate the essential oils and recreate it for you to get that toxicity out of your house. So wood furniture cleaning spray, lemon oil and wild orange, those are great ones. If you don't like one or don't like the other, you could do just 16 drops of orange oil if you wanted. 1 cup of olive oil. Now this one, we're not using the coconut oil. We want olive oil for this one. It's a lot richer, a lot more moisturizing, particularly to that wood that may be getting dry, and we really want to love on it and get it back to its natural state. And a cup of white vinegar with that. Spray it on lightly to the wood surfaces. It will, as you use it on the cloth, it will kind of help spread out and moisturize the wood. I loved this tip. In fact, when I first saw this tip, I started to incorporate it because so many of us literally have those random socks that are missing a pair. So fear not, those just turn into cleaning socks, and you slip them over your hand and you just use it, because particularly when we're dusting some of like the antique woodwork or whatever, it sometimes has those ornate thing, those little notches and things. So this allows for you to really get in there and dust them. Or even the legs. I remember being a little girl, my mom would always say, "Did you dust the legs of the coffee table?" I'd be like, "Who dusts legs? Dust doesn't sit on the legs, right?" But it does. And so if you have the sock on your hand, it's really easy to just kind of go all the way down the legs of the table in that way, and really clean it super fast and easy. So hopefully that is a tip you guys can help you. Okay, and that is what I have for you for recipes. Now I want to stop sharing, and I want to, we have chat stuff. Okay. This is my all-purpose cleaner for everything. Which one is the all-purpose one that you use it for everything? That is what I find with the On Guard spray all-purpose cleaner. I literally use for everything: my counter, my floor, my toilets, my shower, everything. So if you have particulars and you have preferences, some people don't like to use Lysol countertop spray for everything. Some people like the bubbles or whatever. This is great because it gives you that diversity. Can you use this in spot cleaning machine? Can we use which one, Michelle? Can you help me, Michelle? Can you unmute and tell me which one you were talking about, love?
The pet stain.
The pet stain. I would keep it to carpet. One of the things that, are you talking about like in a rug cleaning machine?
Yeah, but like a little mini one, not like a big do the whole carpet, but just a spot cleaner. It's the Bissell Mini Green.
Okay, so what I would do is apply it to the carpet first. Because don't you normally just put water into those spot cleaner machines?
I mean, they have a cleaning liquid, but I don't use it because it's chemicals. So I have Norwex laundry detergent that I put in there.
Okay.
So
And
that's what I use right now.
yeah, I would think you could use definitely use that pet cleaning carpet spray and utilize that in there. Or you could even just spray the carpet down with it and just have water in your Bissell and then let the water do the rinsing and the blotting for you in that way. That's where my mind
Perfect.
goes.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah, the other thing too, I'm curious if you've ever tried the On Guard All-Purpose Cleaner in your Bissell, because like I said, I've used that for my spot cleaning on carpets and just scrubbing it out. I don't have a Bissell. I ain't that fancy, but I'm curious if you've ever tried that one instead.
I have not tried it. I've never bought that before, but
Oh yeah, it's
looking
yeah.
for that.
At our workshop, we're going to talk about all the different ways you can utilize that one. It's like a one and done, so it kind of is nice too.
Thanks.
Um, Imagine all the people who have taste tested grapes or people who touch. Oh, I know, and all the fruit in the grocery stores. Yes, 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 yes. And I do know people who literally will, if you just get your fruit, like your grapes or your berries. I've actually done this with my berries. Just put them in a big bowl of water, and then I'll just like put a couple drops of lemon, and I just kind of easily move my hands over to kind of just shake off all of the dirt, and it just kind of all settles down. And then I pull my fruit off the top, rinse them off, and then dump all the muck that settled to the bottom. It's so good in that way. So I will tell you guys too, a little tip on EO Squared page. We're going to have some other great cleaning DIY blogs to doTERRA's thing. There's going to be like a carpet powder for those of you guys who like the powder to vacuum up, freshen up your carpet in that way. There's going to be some other cleaning blog posts that doTERRA has put out that we're going to include on there for you to kind of be able to expand. Again, when you're looking at your cleaning thing and you're like, well, I want to replace this and I want to replace this, we literally can replace any of those items. And so I wanted to try to cover that all with you, including there's a blog post for dish soap. And I believe there's one for dishwasher too. If you miss anything or if there's anything you're looking, please don't hesitate to message me and I can help you find it. Yes, with all the gunk left on the fruit. I got you. I got you, Miss Anna. Thank you for that. Does anybody have any specific questions that they want to talk about? Otherwise, that was the bulk of what I had for tonight. Okay, I'm going to stop recording. Thank you guys so much.